Close your eyes and imagine. What if the things in life that cause us the greatest pain, the things that bring us grief, are challenges? Challenges designed to help us grow, to ultimately become what we were always meant to be. We feel like we've been buried, but what if, like a seed, we've been planted? And having been planted, we grow to become a mighty tree. Now, open your eyes. Open your eyes to this way of viewing life. Come with me as we explore your true, infinite, eternal nature. This is Grief to Growth, and I am your host, Brian Smith. Hey there. I wanted to make this video and say happy birthday to me. Yesterday was my 60th birthday. So I am entering my seventh decade going around the sun on this planet. Pretty wild. I never thought when I was a little kid that I'd ever end up being here. For some reason, I had this fear of death, and I didn't think I was going to live very long. And I've actually lived with that for most of my life, never thinking I would live for a very long time. But I remember, as my grandmother said, when we were sitting around the table, I was 16 years old. She said to me, "If you live long enough, you get old too." So I've hung in there one day at a time every day and made it to 60. I want to say thank you to everyone who reached out to me to wish me happy birthday. I mean, literally, there were probably about 500 people, maybe more, that gave me birthday greetings yesterday, just on Facebook saying happy birthday or commenting on a post that my wife and I had made. It was a fantastic day. I want to commemorate or want to just kind of acknowledge or remember the fact that I spent the day, my 60th birthday, with Kayla and with Tawana. We spent the day together. Tawana and I went to lunch together. I picked up a special bottle of bourbon that I managed to acquire yesterday. We went to lunch at Moorline House with Kayla, had about a 2-hour lunch, came back. I usually work on my birthday. I always work on my birthday. I did a little bit of work. I had to pack some orders in the morning. But when I got back, I decided to take the afternoon off, and I watched a movie in the middle of the afternoon on a Wednesday. My birthday being on the May 26th is usually around Memorial Day. So I usually get a long weekend, but this time it happened to fall right in the middle of the week. But I decided to block out the day and just to spend time with the ones I love and to take time to commemorate myself. Thing is, I've been going through a transition lately, which if you follow me, you may know. We've had Treasured Locks, our hair care product company, for 19 years. And ironically, a memory came up on Facebook today that showed the girls standing next to one of our products when we first started the company 19 years ago. And Treasured Locks has been what sustained us for a very long time. I've been doing it full time for most of that time. It put Kayla through college. It put, I paid for Shayna's, her select sports that she paid. Is paid for most of our house at this point. The cars we've had over the years. So in all means, it's been successful. But the thing is, the last few years, the business has been slipping off. There's more competition. There's a lot of complicated factors, but the business has been going downhill. And I've been really struggling with what to do with Treasured Locks versus what I feel my passion is, which is doing coaching and teaching and doing the podcast. So I've been feeling like I've been torn in two directions. And frankly, it's easy when you've had something that's been successful, and Treasured Locks has been extremely successful in the past, that's not doing well, to feel like you're kind of a failure. And with the coaching business, starting that up, there's really not much money coming in at this point. So you start to wonder, was it a fluke with Treasured Locks? Should you be doing this? Should you be doing the coaching business? Where do I put my efforts? And it's been really a struggle for me. Now, a few things have come up over the last few weeks, and this is what's really interesting. Materially, nothing has really changed in the last few weeks. But a few weeks ago, I was feeling very, very stressed and very much like I was headed in the wrong direction or not going any direction at all. Like I was just treading water. And what I can say is recently that feeling has really changed. I'm looking at Treasured Locks now as it's been successful. I've been successful with it. It has allowed us, again, as I said, to sustain us and also to put some money in the bank. So I was meeting with my financial planner the other day. I'm turning 60, so it's like, what's going to go on in the future? And we were looking at retirement. And the good news is we're in really good shape. So that was the great news. So I don't have to worry so much about trying to get the coaching business off the ground right now or trying to revive Treasured Locks. So I've decided to just look at this as a moment of transition. I'm going to relax in this moment. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to trust that doing the right thing will be sustainable, that it will sustain me. I know the thing is, I want to head in the direction of coaching and teaching. That's the direction I want to go in. That's the direction I'm going to go in. So, Treasure Locks, we'll see what happens with that over the next couple of years, but I suspect we'll be kind of phasing that out, and I'm going to see, how that goes. But that's the way I'm looking at it right now. It was funny yesterday. A friend of mine was teasing me. We talk about living for a very long time, and neither one of us really wants to live, a very long time. And so she sent me an article that said something about people could potentially live to 150 years old. And I was telling her I don't really want to do that. That's not my desire at all. But I do want to say this: my attitude has really changed. 5 years ago, my first birthday after Shayna had transitioned was really, really tough for me. I did not want to be on this planet, to be frank and to be honest. And I didn't know how I was going to go on the rest of my life. Fast forward 5 years, and I'm feeling good about where my life is and where my life is going. And I've learned to live with my relationship with Shayna as it is, while maintaining relationships I also have with other people here. And I know that I'm needed here, and I know that I have the mission here, and I know that I will go home one day. So I replied to my friend with what had been running through my head all day long, which was a saying by Joe Nuxall, who's a baseball player. I live in Cincinnati. He was a Reds announcer for a while after he was a player. And he said his saying was rounding third and headed for home. And that saying to me, as I've reached 60, is the way I feel. I'm rounding third and I'm headed for home. I'm looking forward to the next, however long it is, I'm going to be here. I plan to be productive while I'm here, but I know that regardless of what happens, that I will be heading home someday. And this week I've been playing a song. I love this song by a group called Simple Minds, and the song is Alive and Kicking. And so I kicked off the week Monday playing this song, and I'm playing it all week. And there's a verse that talks about the fact that the whole song is about like just staying alive and keeping moving forward, and how we're sustained by a force that's greater than us. But one of the verses, one of my favorite verses, talks about how the fact that someday that force to sustain just will not sustain us in this body anymore. And at that point, we will go home. But even when we go home, we're going back to the source of our love, the source where we are. So nothing can separate us from that love. Nothing can keep us from that. That's something that we're all promised. We know when we come in, we've got that to look forward to. We've got a homecoming to look forward to. So that's the way that I view my life right now. So at 60, we have these milestones, and every day is a day that you can start over. Every day is a day that you can change the way you look at things. You can change what your outlook is. You can change what your goals are. But as we reach certain milestones, we tend to reflect more. And 60 is a big one, at least it is for me. So this is the way that I'm choosing to look at 60. Again, rounding third, headed for home, done a great job. If I never accomplish another thing in my life, I feel like I've done what I came here to accomplish. I've been married for over 30 years. I've had a few jobs. I've had a couple different careers. I've started a company that's been successful, raised two fantastic, beautiful, smart, compassionate, caring, sensitive girls. Kayla, I'm so proud of, couldn't be any more proud of her. Shayna, we're working on the relationship that we have. Shayna still is a driving force behind what I'm doing and where I'm going in my life. I've got a great relationship with Ty. We've made it through 30 years. So if I don't accomplish anything else, I feel like I've accomplished a lot, and I want to let everyone know that I'm grateful for you that have been part of my life, and for the people I will continue to touch in the future for the rest of the time that I have here. So I hope that this has been made some sense to you. It's not just totally self-indulgent, that it may inspire you along your journey with what you've got to go through. It may help you to look at things a little bit different if you're going through difficult times and you feel like there's no way that you can make it, that you'll never be happy again. Know that other people have felt that way. I have felt that way myself, and you can make it through, and you can come out the other side, and that you will be triumphant no matter what. So thanks for listening, and have a great day. And if you have any questions you'd like for me to answer on the podcast or anything, please let me know. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, go to my website, and you can go all the way to the bottom of the page. You can schedule time to talk with me one-on-one, or you can click on the schedule appointment at the top of the page. Thanks for listening, and have a great day. So that does it for another episode of Grief to Growth. I sure hope you enjoyed it. If you like this content, make sure you subscribe. So click on the subscribe button here and then click on the bell to receive notifications and click on all. That way you'll be notified whenever I release new content. Thanks for watching and have a great day.